Greetings. Greetings, visitor. What can I do for you?
Hail, wanderer.
Hello, stranger.
You thought the whole army was across the water? No, I'm afraid.
Good day to you.
A prayer for our troops. What am I going to do? I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Do'Urdena, but I must. I am the rightful heir to Do'Urdena, or I was at any rate. I've spent the last few years in lovely old Rathir, pretending like a fool nothing would change. It was my home. That was before I deeded it to the Alfar army and went to Rathir with my pocket full of gold. It went 10 years untouched by the Tuatha foe. That's common knowledge. 10 years stuck in a cold stone prison was how I saw it. Honestly, I feel like a hare hunted by hawks out here. The war, my friend. The war. I've been called. The truth is, I should have been gone days ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Do'Urdena. Ancestral staff and talisman. What any self-respecting Arn's worn to battle since time immemorial. If I hadn't left them somewhere in that damned tower, I'd be wearing them now. I'm not supposed to be here. I ought to have shipped out days ago. That's what I've been trying to say. I need, well, want to get my family arms and slip off before anyone knows I was here. Only how? You're serious, aren't you? Well, with any luck, the old staff and talisman are still in one piece back there, though I have my doubts. I'd pay just to know if they are or not. Thing is, Do'Urdeni's an official army post now. To get in, you'll need an officer's pass. By tradition, an Arn bears staff and talisman to battle. My brother bore them in Oriator's stand and died of his wounds 3 days after. Only I left them in Do'Urden when I gave it to the army. Goodness only knows where they are, or what shape they're in now. Arn family history's riddled with this cursed war. My father and brothers have done so much for the cause, I shouldn't have to lift a finger. Well, you need to get into Do'Urden. For that, you'll need an officer's pass. You might borrow one, or get hold of a forgery. Mooncamp might be good for that. Hurry if you can. They might find me any moment.
Looking to buy? Need to do any trade? I have some items for sale, or I can buy if you're looking to fence some items. Come again.
A thief may turn a lock, a brigand steal a key, but a bard can steal your heart for but a little fee. Irian is a man who weeps the sadness that a lifetime reaps. His wife, his love, his other half, is gone and took his laugh. Farewell.
Well, it's nice to see you again. Have you drudged up any cloth to sell me? Pleasant journeys.
Like your chances?
Aye. Glad to see someone else who isn't a lily giglet. Mooncamp's as much as a mummer's farce as it is a traveller camp. A great traveller's name is on the lips of every tavern maid given enough time. They're the ones with true legacy. Mare? She seems like a talented enough woman, but she's soft-headed for that damned Erathell. I heard about her leaving Irian. Maybe the time away from the old seer will give her some clear thought, for once. Mooncamp is fine. I mean, it seems all the travellers would rather rob a noble woman's rouge than her purse, but I'm not judging. The leadership here does lap up the words of the Hierophant, though, like a bunch of mangy curs looking for a morsel. Runs the show, literally. Thinks we should all be in garters and lip paint. His wife, Mare, used to keep him in control, but now she's left him. Can't imagine why. Remember me.
What's needed?
No pass, no entry. It's a privilege to wear the steel helm. All who do should be proud. I gave my captain back chalk once, just once. And what do I get? 3 months guard duty, day and night. This here's our base, barracks and storehouse west of the Forian Strait. It played a bigger role back when the war raged where you and I stand now. But that was near on 10 years back. That's right, officers only. If you've got a pass, show it here. An hard night drinking in Rathir, was that it? Woke up with less in your pockets than you used to have? If I had a gold piece every time. We see that, especially from your sort, just back from the front. Well, have this pass we keep for visiting dignitaries, and try not to drink so much. That's right, you're allowed.
Place early in the war. Now it's an oversized warehouse.
A few days, and I'll be headed back.
Fresh recruits stay here sometimes before they ship off. Others stay in Rathir.
Fresh recruits stay here sometimes before they ship off. Others stay in Rathir.
Damn this siege!
You're back. So, you got in old Dove's arm then? I hope it wasn't much trouble. Were you able to recover my arms? The staff wasn't rotted through, was it? Damned soldiers, I imagine. Never mind. It was my mistake for leaving it behind. I'll have to do without it. And the talisman? Was that missing as well? Ah, wonderful. I couldn't say how many blades and arrows this saved my family from. I'll feel safer with it on my arm, all the same. Here, have this for your troubles. Life in a fortress sounds grand, but I'd take Rathir, with its pets and food and fair-eyed ladies, any day. Nothing like it anywhere in Amalur, I promise you. Beauty, elegance, wisdom. There's no putting it to words, really. The name of Arn kept me safe until now, but the war is a hungry beast, and I suppose it was in my cards to be called sooner or later. And Lyria guard us both.
Captain of the Watch, corrupt and murdered.
I'll make it back to the front eventually. I'd be there sooner if I could.
This is your doing. You have a responsibility. All of this world's power flows from the wild of Ishara, and there are places where it touches us directly. Our power comes from the single source, drifting in the air around us, a light on the surface. We protect the cradle with a magical barrier. But now that you've tainted the lore stones, I must sacrifice my own power to replace what was lost. Then come. I will restore the barrier at the font, but you must protect me. The Wild Fae will be here soon. This is the chance they've been waiting for. Farewell. I am so weary. But it is done, and the cradle is safe once more. You have done what is right, and I am pleased to give you this talisman as a symbol of my thanks. Perhaps the first one spoke the truth. That the fonts are running dry. That things are finite after all. For that is how I feel at this moment. Drained of all life. An odd sensation, this dying. Maybe there is something to mortality after all.
Back to where you came from. There is a reason your kind has taken root in Emer village. Do not belong.
Has anyone seen Candia lately?
Where would we be without Priestess Coralon? Goddess be with you. Everyone knows Candir's been sneaking off to the Fey pools, but what in Lyria's name is he doing there?
Dearie. You know, I take collection for our soldiers off in Cluricon. We must all do our part, mustn't we? Well, so long.
Welcome back.
Yes? Leave a man in peace. Does it look like I want to share a drink? Good riddance.
Hi. If you want to chat, visit Molly Janek, the alchemist. She'll keep you busy for hours.
I will never finish. There are so many holes in the story. I will never know what happened unless I retrieve those written accounts. Lost. They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Minds such as Awald and Callus are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains. Keep your eyes open.
Save me.
Welcome back to Amer, my friend. What you did for me is beyond generous. It was a good act in a time of barbarism. Thank you again. He was my gardener. When the Tuatha killed him, I decided to take his name. It was the only thing he had that belonged to him. Perhaps he lives on now because of me. Farewell.
Oh, good. You again. Don't you dare leave me here to this life of isolation and drudgery. I can teach you things, important things. Just don't go. What do you want to know? If you're going to spend time with Lila, you might want to prepare yourself beforehand. She's, unique. Lila has spent far too long in the cradle of summer with the Fae and their magic. All of that exposure has, how do I put this, altered her perspective. She's strange, all right. There, I said it. I'll wait for you.
Yes?
Welcome to a mare.
Stay out of trouble.
Hello again. Good day.
You make the Scholia Arcana proud. Please, don't forget to mention me in your reports. I am always eager to aid the Archsage. They are the supreme authorities on magic, and for years I have petitioned them for membership. Unfortunately, they have yet to recognize my scholarship. Goodbye.
East of the Wolds, you'll find Talarain, a warren of old strongholds and ruins, and crawling with beasts. Fortunes can be had there for a lucky adventurer. Of course, the ruins have claimed more than a few lives. Oh, really? Someone finally answers to my posting? Well, do you have anything to turn in? Now that's what I like to see. Finally, those bandits will know what it's like to be preyed upon. Here's your gold. You earned it. Keep the peace.
bought and sold in the Pryderi market. Just look at it all. Yesterday I saw the upper city. In the garden before the temple, it's always night. Surely you've heard of it, full of stuffy old mages and strange books, and the rooms Varen wouldn't let me go in. Just think what might be there. The tavern by the quays. You'll find as many Varani sailors there as full Rathiri, and my lazy bones of a brother, too. Oh, Varen's a silly old oaf. He's always at the sea foam, and I've never once seen him study since he came here. I've seen one of the waitresses giving him the eye, too, though he pretends he doesn't see when I'm around. The northern piers are called the quays, where merchant ships dock for trade. It's safer there, sheltered by Bracken Bay, and farther from Cluricon. Only warships dock at the burn, and it's all soldiers there. What with the officers' hall, though the healer's there too. I don't even know where to start. There's so much to tell. The Pryderi, of course, where all the shops and stores are. And the quays and the burn, and the upper city, where my brother's school is, and also the temple and those marvelous gardens. Oh, if you haven't been, you must go. The Scholia Arcana's there, of course, and the great houses. But the best part's the lunar gardens. It's always nighttime in the gardens, and so peaceful. You pass through there to the temple, which is also enchanting. The priestess is a fate weaver. Some merchants sell pails of fish or bolts of cloth, but Leargriff has all kinds of pretty things, and Gwalchmay has anything and everything. I spent 3 whole days in the bookstore, and then I smelled every herb and powder at Rawani's. Pride of Pryderi's got boring old weapons and armor. That's where the poor in the city live. A bit of it's overground, but the rest's in the lower tunnels. It's true, they live in caves. See you later.
No, I not believe it.
Above decks, below, nowhere to be seen. I swear.
Back to sea.
Gwalchmay's is just too expensive. So many of our young men and women lost to this war.
Hello?
So busy these days.
Must be here about the notice. How do I know? Simple. No one but potential applicants will even speak to me. Must be because I reek of desperation, of one sending young souls off to certain doom. I have served the Alfar Merchant Navy since my youth, when I began my career as a deckhand on the good ship Steadfast. He is the scourge of the Frostbreak Sea. A terror who seems intent on sinking every ship we sail from Rathir or elsewhere. If only he'd stayed dead. It's the fierce, icy ocean north of the plains of Erathell. A busy place of trade and transport, and the occasional treachery. It is the hideaway of Dead Kell and his crew. The legends speak of it as a damned isle, a horrible scar on the face of the world. To be quite honest, no one is sure of its true location. For the best, I say. Goodbye.
Well, now, if it's a bed you need, speak to Rove at the bar.
Aye?
You're from the Scholia Arcana, aren't you? Here to embarrass me? Well, I don't care. I'm glad I was dismissed. I'll drink to it, in fact. So you met my sister? She's been in Rathir almost as long as I have, following me around. I don't have the heart to tell her. I'm her hero, and I'm nothing but a drunk. Please don't tell her what happened. One thing I've learned, the ladies here are like the spire, breathtakingly beautiful and completely unassailable, especially to a failure like me. Those cowards dismissed me, afraid of me, afraid of how difficult it'd be to train me.
Seafoam Tavern. Food, drink, and beds for all. A room? We've got rooms. Don't mind a flea or two. The sheets might be fresher, but aye, we've got rooms. As you like. It's all the same to me. Here's how Rathir is. At first glance, you see naught but marvels. Look again, and you'll note the flaws and cracks. Take a third glance, and through those cracks, more marvels. More truth to that than you know. This is the only establishment in all Rathir that's not Alpha run. The last owner passed away 3 years back. They let me have it, seeing as I lived and worked some 20 years upon this rock. All right then. What's a lad to do?
Docked in Rathir today. A drink, some cheer, a hot meal, then on the waves tomorrow morn.
Varen showed me the Scholia Arcana. So many scowling old birds. So you met my brother? Was he at the tavern again? Did he mention when I could go see him at the Scholia Arcana chapter house? I'm happy to hear that. I was worried about him spending so much time in the tavern. I guess it's just me. One day, he'll be famous as a powerful mage. It's only a matter of time. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Scholia Arcana someday. I'm sure when Varen's a powerful mage, I will. Goodbye, then.
Docked in Rathir today. A drink, some cheer, a hot...
Try and get fresh now, and you'll be shown the door.
All we haul ashore must pass the Chamber of Trade. Bribes won't do you a bit of good, neither.
Only warships dock at the burn. All others must go to the quays.
innkeep can help you with a room.
The captain of the watch, corrupt and murdered.
The breeze is nice, eh? That garden in the temple, spire atop. It's always night.
That's so then. Well,
And then we turned around, and there the wenches, standing there.
Sorry, can't talk. Got pirates to hunt. I captained my first ship when I was no bigger than my papa's knee, and promptly crashed it into the dock, sinking 3 vessels with 1 wreck. It was then that I knew my destiny was to be a sailor. From that day forward, I spent my life on the water. 20 ships in 20 years. It must be some kind of record. He's as elusive as a north wind, a phantom with a skull for a face and fins for feet. Every sailor yearns for the chance to face dead Kel. He and his hangmen go where they please, masters of the frostbreak. In my experience, islands are places you visit in order to escape torment and certain death. The Gallows End is one destination I will avoid on future voyages. Unless I crash there, of course.
Well, I grew up listening to the first Scion's tales of Akara's love for us, of his promise to keep us safe and provide for us. Nothing but stories. Akara cares nothing for the people on this island. If he did, why didn't he save my mother? He has lorded over this island for as long as I can remember. Luckily, he left us alone most of the time. I'll never be sure why. I was born on this island, raised to believe that the outside world held nothing for me. It was all lies. Goodbye.
Port today, see tomorrow.
the garden in the temple. Hello, mate. Docked in Rathir today. A drink, some cheer, a hot meal.
That garden in the temple spire top. It's always night. Got to see it with your own eyes.
You look like you've traveled far, but not farther than my wares. Safe travels. Keep the peace.
If Augusta sees me talking and not working, she'll be mad. Now, today's newly docked vessels are...
Are you a trader? A captain? What? Do you have any business at all in the customs house? I was born and raised there. My father was something of a scandalous wretch. Everything there is extremely large, though we as a people are small. I am in fact aware that I am a gnome, and that this is Rathir. Don't think every half-drowned sailor who stumbled in here hasn't made that joke. If you must know, Odessa and I do not suit each other, and I'm very good at counting. Counting is the key thing in a customs house. Have you any notion the sum total of crates that enter and exit Rathir's port on a given day? I do. I know the profit and cost to the city, the average writs of trade per season, the escrow on accounts held. This is what I know of Rathir. You're standing in it. Or hadn't you noticed? And I can't imagine why you are if you haven't any cargo going in or out of Rathir. Now, where was I?
City Watch.
4 and 20,
Be on your way.
5 and 20.
The City Watch never rests. The Watch sees all in Rathir.